Welcome back to the Dirty Little Secrets of Home Buying series. We are jumping into the red flags of home buying. My name is Delaney, and I'm a licensed real estate agent here in Idaho. And today we're going to talk about those red flags, what you need to know before purchasing a home that could be a red flag. So, you're excited to go house hunting, right? Well, let's not get caught up in the excitement and how fun it is to go actually look at homes. Instead, let's look at some of these red flags so that you can be super educated when you walk into any home. The first we're going to talk about is the neighborhood. You really want to be purchasing in a neighborhood that is going to retain its value and continue to add value to the property. This is important, and you can often find whether or not this property is going to add value by looking at the history of the neighborhood. Ask your agent to pull all the recent sales, pendings, foreclosures, things like that in a neighborhood to understand kind of what the neighborhood is looking like and how it's going to best suit your needs. Now, buying a home that you can fix up and things like that, that's sweat equity that isn't really talking about the neighborhood as a whole. You also probably should be looking at HOA docs and making sure that what you want in your home is going to be supported by the HOA. Does the HOA make you maintain your yard? Does an HOA require certain house colors on your house? Those are things to know about the neighborhood so that your neighbors don't end up painting their house blue and orange for the Broncos, and it kind of affects your home value as well. So look at the neighborhood as a whole and decide if that's where you want to be going. You want to make sure that you are investing into a up and coming neighborhood and not one that is declining. So making sure that prices are going up and that properties are not staying on the market very long and are home selling at the asking price or above asking price of what sellers are wanting. Sometimes buyers are looking for walkable neighborhoods. They're looking for neighborhoods that are close to restaurants, shops, lifestyle activities. And this can put a higher price on those homes. But if you know that this area is going to be developed and you can handle a neighborhood that maybe is a little bit further away for the time being, but you know there's going to be growth in the area, that might be a perfect neighborhood for you. We also are going to talk about lack of overall maintenance. So don't ignore the warning signs of a home that hasn't been properly maintained. This can cost you a lot in the future, even if you're looking to add sweat equity into your home. Just be very careful, knowing that there is often a lot of things hidden under the surface that you can't necessarily see with your naked eye, which is why we talk about home inspections often. Home inspections are a professional who is coming to the home to assess the home on a not they're not biased on the home. They're coming in to just review it. They're going to look for structural issues, they're going to look for maintenance issues. They're going to give you a nice report on things that they recommend are taken care of or that might need maintenance in the future. However, a home inspection is never perfect. They cannot dig into the walls, they can't do stuff like that, go into the pipes and stuff to see if there was any major clogs, things like that. All of those are risks that you're taking. If you can tell that the home wasn't maintained properly, you might want to think twice about purchasing that home. On that same thread, DIY work is great, but it may not be up to code like a professional would do. It is always acceptable to ask if there has been any DIY work done on the home, as this should be something you should be aware of. And if it is not done up to code, then it is up to your discretion to decide if that is a home you want to continue with. So, something just to be careful of. We all have DIY stuff in our house, and that's okay, but you need to be able to make the decision if that is a DIY that you're willing to accept. Like painting of a room, you don't need a professional necessarily to paint a room, but maybe you wanted a professional for the electrical work. termite infestation. Termites may or may not be something that you're aware of depending on which area of the country you live in. However, termites can cause a lot of damage on a home, which can create a whole slew of other issues in your home. If you're worried about termite damage in a home that you're looking at, for as little as like $50, maybe a little bit more, you can actually have a termite professional come out, look at the home, and determine if there is any termite damage on the home. The next thing we're going to talk about is moisture in a crawl space or a basement. This is really concerning to me as an agent. Mold is terrible, very toxic, and can cause a lot of health issues. So, seeing any moisture that is lingering around the home, in the home, can be a sign that there is mold present within the home, or that there will be mold present very soon. This is something you can look at vapor barriers that have been pulled back. You can also see it if there's any standing water in a basement, moisture spots, wood that looks brown or kind of has that mold, warped wood, things like that can be signs that there is moisture in the home. You can also see it in spots on ceilings and things like that. Mold can typically be remediated appropriately with the right team on that. However, it is something to be aware of, and a lot of times there's more mold not that you can't see than you can see in a home. Next, we're going to talk about cracks in ceilings and sloping floors. These are typically structural foundation issues that the home has settled in an uneven way. This is important to keep an eye out for. Typically, you can see them above doorways, things like that, and something to be aware of. If you ever see a crack in a home, you're probably seeing settling from the home. Faulty and outdated wiring. This is a major hazard and can cause fires within your home, which is scary for all of us. So, if you're seeing weird wiring, faulty wiring in the home, any sort of burn marks, anything like that, call in a professional and have them look at it. We're going to talk about hidden problems now. So, I'm sure we've all walked into a room and realized something doesn't feel right. Is there one wall that's been repainted? Are they trying to hide water damage, mildew, mold on that wall? Is there too much air freshener in the home that could be masking odors such as pets, smoke, or musty mold? Is there an oddly placed piece of furniture that's covering up water damage? Windows and doors not opening and shutting properly? All these can be very obvious signs that somebody is trying to hide something in the home, and so something to be aware of. By the way, you are not escaping these issues by buying new construction. New construction does have a lot of benefits. However, nobody and nothing is perfect. When I moved into my new home, new construction, everything, I had furnace issues immediately. And it ended up being a manufacturer defect in a part. And that is no fault of anybody. But understanding some of these things can help give you the best leg up when purchasing. New construction can still have mold depending on what time of year it is. It can still have settling issues. None of these issues are completely taken away by buying new construction. However, often with new construction, you do have builder's warranties, which can help you as those issues arise, and the builder can take care of those for you. This is my red flags for buying a home that you need to be aware of as a buyer. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I will leave a link in my bio where you can reach out to me on my website. You can reach out via email, text message. I am here for you to answer your questions. And if anything comes up, I would love to help you out, whether you're here locally in Idaho or across the country. I have a great network of all sorts of agents who would be willing to help you out in your home buying journey, please reach out. I'd love to chat with you. As always, I'm your go-to resource for all things real estate. I'll see you next time.